In a world where Austria-Hungary was still a thing and ruled by Archduke Francis Ferdinand. Pre-World War I, there were two main groups, the Triple Entente and the Triple Alliance. The Triple Entente included of France, Great Britain, and Russia. We'll get to them later. The Triple Alliance, which consisted of Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary and another country called Serbia hated each other with an extreme passion of hate. Now, a terrorist by the name of Galileo Princip from the Black Hand in Serbia decided, hey, I'm gonna go shoot up Archduke Francis Ferdinand, who was the leader of Austria-Hungary at the time. Archduke Francis Ferdinand was leisurely driving in a car when Galileo Princip shot him. The murder, or assassination as we use for celebrities, of Archduke Francis Ferdinand was thought as an act of war, thus leading to Austria-Hungary declaring war on Serbia, beginning World War I. After war was declared, the Triple Entente and Triple Alliances were no more. The Triple Entente became the Allies, and the Triple Alliance became the Central Powers. Now, the first of the Allies was Serbia, and the first of the Central Powers were Austria-Hungary. And I know it sounds weird that the Entente became the Allies, but that's just what they did. After war was declared, Serbia and Austria-Hungary went at it. Everybody in this war had a friend. One of Serbia's biggest allies, Russia, joined the war to help fight alongside them because Serbia was such a small country. Also entering the war was Germany to fight alongside Austria-Hungary. But Germany got cocky and decided they were going to go fight a two-front war. One front with Russia and one front with France. They wanted to go fight France because they knew at some point France was going to join alongside Russia and Serbia because they were one of their allies as well. When Germany was marching to go fight with France, Belgium got involved. Belgium was a neutral country that wanted no part in any wars, just like the US, but we'll see how that affected the US later. Germany decided, we're gonna march through Belgium to go to France, even though there were numerous other routes they could have taken. Now, Belgium, having had their neutrality violated, was offended and decided they were going to fight alongside Russia and Serbia to get back at Germany. France, also annoyed by Belgium's neutrality being violated and Germany going to fight with them anyway, of course, joined the side of the Allies. Also entering the war was Great Britain, seeing as how they were such good allies with France. Other countries we can see entering the war are Italy on the side of the Central Powers and the Ottoman Empire on the side of the Central Powers. The Ottoman Empire didn't really do much, but you may know the Ottoman Empire better as Turkey. This war was full of death and diseases. They fought with trench warfare, where basically they dug trenches into the ground and lived in them during battles. Now, when it rained, you can imagine how flooded these trenches got, so the water would come so high up, and it was just this dirty water with bugs and all this disgusting stuff in it, and it gave soldiers diseases, and it was sad how many of them died like that. Now, there were numerous other ways people died. Another very ruthless way was poison gas. Poison gas was used for a few months before a council of war was met, basically, and decided they were going to outlaw poison gas. Now, this was odd considering it could have helped one side win or the other, but it was thought just too maleficent. And German U-boats were also another thing used in the Navy. They're like modern day submarines. Airplanes, which were relatively new and created by the Wright brothers in 1904, were used in World War I for recon purposes only. Other new things that came up were machine guns, which were relatively new and very powerful, because we had gone from the musket, which took time to load and you only got one shot, to the machine gun, which would give you 17 to 18 shots per load. Italy fought along with the Central Powers, but the Allies decided, we're going to get Italy over here. So they promised Italy land and money when they won the war. Italy switched sides to fight alongside the Allies. But we'll get back to Italy later. Now, Russia was having their own revolution. They wanted out of the war. Russia was fighting a civil war. People wanted out of the war. Now, Tsar Nicholas, the leader at the time, went to go fight in the war, leaving his wife, Alexandria, in charge. Now, Alexandria had never had any experience leading the country of Russia. So, Rasputin decided he was going to manipulate her to get what he wanted. Tsar Nicholas found out about this and decided he wanted Rasputin killed. So Rasputin was killed. The people got even more mad. They wanted out of this war. So Tsar Nicholas and Alexandria stepped down, and after them came the leader Ibet. After Ibet, he did his own thing, but then that led to the uprising of Lenin. Lenin worked for communism in Russia. Now, communism, as you may know, is sharing everything. Now, the father of communism is known as Karl Marx. Check the description below to watch Sean, Cameron, and Craig's video about Marxian communism. Now, you may be wondering, where's the US in all this? Well, the US did eventually join the war on the side of the Allies. Now, you may be wondering, why'd they enter? I thought they had, a peace thing going on. They wanted to stay neutral and everything. Well, they did. But Great Britain intercepted a telegram from Germany saying that Germany was paying Mexico a lot of money to go attack the US. Now, the US saw this as a war threat, so of course they entered World War I. You may be wondering, why did Germany want Mexico and not Canada? Well, Mexico had recently lost land to the US, which we now call the states of New Mexico, Arizona, and good old Texas. This is kind of the end of what we see of Russia during World War I. Getting back to the war, let's go to where the war has ended. Happiness, right? No. So, the only people left on the Central Powers are Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. So let's get rid of the Ottoman Empire for now because they didn't really have that much of an impact on the war. Now, Austria-Hungary, after this war, disintegrated and turned into a bunch of smaller countries. Now, let's see what that leaves us over here. On this side, the three biggest countries we have, that leaves the United States, Great Britain, and France as the biggest countries. Now, they met and had a peace conference in Versailles in Paris. In Versailles, they came up with the Treaty of Versailles, based off of what Woodrow Wilson called his 14 points. Those consisted of things like lowering military, decreasing firearms, and having just a better overall relationship between all countries. Now, that was taken into account when they were writing the Treaty of Versailles. Now, the Treaty of Versailles, in a nutshell, basically said Germany was a complete fault for the war, and they had to pay for all war debts and extremely decrease their military and give land to the other countries. Now, you may be wondering, where's Italy in all this? Well, Italy's still with the Allies, but they decided Italy didn't matter because they switched sides. So Italy then switched sides again for World War II. Italy, along with Germany, were not happy with how the Treaty of Versailles came out. Germany was destroyed. And guess what? Hitler used it. Hitler rose to power, overtaking Germany, which then gets us to World War II. But that's where we're going to end today. And now, to help me remember everything, we have a little song. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. Mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark do 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 do, mommy shark. There's no daddy shark, 'cause he went to the war. This was the first World War of its time, and he died in the trenches with all your friends' daddies too. And this never would have happened if it weren't for the Black Hand and how they murdered Franz Ferdinand. Then there was a war, a big war, a big war, with lots of death. Russia pulled out, they pulled out, they pulled out, they pulled out. Italy was mad, 'cause they got no monies or any of the land that they wanted. So they switched their side when they fought World War II. And this never would have happened if we'd given them the land and all the money that they wanted. He rose to power, he rose to power, rose to power, rise of power. Then World War II, World War II, World War II, World War II. That's the end, that's the end, the end for now, that's the end.